Welcome back, my great viewers, and thank you so much for joining me today. I'm truly glad you're here, because what we're about to talk about is one of those stories that can completely change how you look at something as ordinary as a penny. Most people see a 1-cent coin as the smallest, least important part of their money. It gets dropped on the ground, forgotten in drawers, or ignored in jars. But sometimes, hidden within those ordinary pennies is a story so extraordinary that it challenges everything we think we know about value. Today, we are going to explore the Liberty 1-cent 1981 Lincoln penny from the USA, a coin with a simple face value of just 1 cent, yet in extremely rare and remarkable circumstances, it has been connected to values reaching as high as $11,200,000 because of rare minting errors, production mistakes, mint mark anomalies, and extraordinary possibilities that elevate this humble penny into the realm of legendary collectibles. At first glance, the 1981 Lincoln penny looks completely normal. It belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. By 1981, the Lincoln penny had been part of everyday American life for more than 7 decades. The obverse features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with the word Liberty clearly visible on the left side and the date 1981 on the right. The motto "In God We Trust" appears along the top. The reverse, used at the time, shows the Lincoln Memorial, a design that had been in use since 1959. Millions upon millions of these pennies were struck and circulated in 1981. They passed through grocery stores, candy shops, gas stations, vending machines, school cafeterias, and countless other places. Most people never stopped to examine them closely. Even today, many 1981 pennies sit quietly in jars, boxes, and old collections, still worth exactly 1 cent. Yet hidden among those millions are extremely rare examples that can transform this ordinary coin into a life-changing discovery. The year 1981 is particularly interesting in U.S. coin history because it sits right on the edge of a major transition in penny composition. For decades, Lincoln pennies were made primarily of copper. However, rising copper prices forced the U.S. Mint to consider alternatives. In 1982, the composition officially changed to a copper-plated zinc planchet. But during the years leading up to that change, including 1981, the Mint was experimenting, adjusting, and preparing for a massive shift in how pennies would be made. Periods of transition are some of the most fertile ground for rare and valuable errors, and 1981 is no exception. Most 1981 Lincoln pennies were struck on bronze planchets composed of approximately 95% copper and 5% zinc and tin. However, the complexity of large-scale production means mistakes can happen. One of the most exciting and valuable possibilities associated with the 1981 Lincoln penny is the chance that it was struck on the wrong planchet. A wrong planchet error occurs when a coin is struck on a blank intended for a different denomination or a different composition. Imagine discovering a 1981 Lincoln penny struck on a zinc planchet intended for later years, or even more extraordinary, struck on a planchet meant for a dime, a foreign coin, or another denomination entirely. Such a coin would immediately stand out due to its incorrect weight, thickness, and appearance. These types of errors are incredibly rare, and when authenticated, they become some of the most valuable modern U.S. coin errors in existence. A confirmed 1981 penny struck on the wrong planchet could easily command enormous sums, helping explain how valuations like $11,200,000 become possible. Another astonishing possibility involves transitional errors. Transitional errors occur when a coin is struck using the wrong metal composition during a period of change. While the official composition change occurred in 1982, preparation and experimentation were happening before that date. A genuine 1981 Lincoln penny struck on a copper-plated zinc planchet instead of the standard bronze composition would represent an extremely rare transitional error. Such a coin would weigh less than a normal 1981 penny and would exhibit different physical characteristics. Transitional errors are among the most prized coins in numismatics because they represent moments when history, economics, and minting technology collide. Mint mark errors also play a crucial role in determining the value of the 1981 Lincoln penny. In 1981, pennies were struck at multiple mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint used its own dies, and each die carried its own mint mark, except for Philadelphia, which did not use a mint mark at that time. Errors related to mint marks can dramatically increase a coin's value. These include missing mint marks, doubled mint marks, repunched mint marks, weak mint marks, or misplaced mint marks. A doubled mint mark occurs when the mint mark is punched into the die more than once at slightly different angles or positions, resulting in visible doubling. On a 1981 penny, a strong doubled mint mark, especially from the Denver or San Francisco Mint, would be highly desirable. A repunched mint mark with clear separation and bold detail can transform an ordinary penny into a major collectible. In extreme cases, rare mint mark errors combined with other factors can push values into extraordinary territory. Double die errors are another major source of extreme value. Double dies occur during the creation of the coin die itself, not during the striking of individual coins. When a die receives more than one misaligned impression from the hub, all coins struck from that die will display doubling in certain design elements. On a 1981 Lincoln penny, doubling can appear on the word Liberty, the date, the motto "In God We Trust," or Lincoln's facial features. Strong, bold double die obverse coins are among the most valuable and sought-after errors in the entire Lincoln cent series. Clear and dramatic doubling that is easily visible to the naked eye can elevate a penny's value from 1 cent to thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. A previously unknown or extremely rare double die variety from 1981 could instantly become one of the most important modern Lincoln cent discoveries. Double die reverse errors are also possible. These might show doubling on the Lincoln Memorial, the lettering on the reverse, or the columns of the memorial itself. While reverse doubling is often less dramatic than obverse doubling, strong examples are still highly collectible and can add significant value, especially when combined with other rare characteristics. Off-center strikes are another category of mint error that can dramatically increase the value of a 1981 Lincoln penny. An off-center strike occurs when the planchet is not properly aligned in the coining press. As a result, part of the design is missing, leaving a blank area. The value of an off-center coin depends on how much of the design is missing and whether important details such as the date and mint mark remain visible. A 1981 penny that is significantly off-center while still clearly showing the date and mint mark is especially valuable. The more dramatic the misalignment, the more visually striking and rare the coin becomes. Extreme off-center errors can command very high prices, particularly when they are well-preserved and authenticated. Broad strike errors are closely related to off-center strikes but occur under different circumstances. A broad strike happens when a coin is struck without the retaining collar that normally shapes it. This allows the metal to spread outward, resulting in a coin that is wider and thinner than normal. A strong broad strike on a 1981 Lincoln penny is easy to identify and highly collectible. The degree of metal spread, clarity of the design, and overall condition all play important roles in determining value. Die cracks, die breaks, and cuds are another fascinating group of errors that can significantly increase a penny's worth. As coin dies are used repeatedly, they eventually wear out and develop cracks. Small die cracks are relatively common and usually not very valuable, but large die breaks that result in missing design elements or raised blobs of metal are much rarer. A cut occurs when a piece of the die breaks away completely, leaving a raised area of metal where the design should be. A dramatic cud on a 1981 Lincoln penny affecting Lincoln's portrait, the word Liberty, the date, or the Lincoln Memorial can be extremely desirable. These errors are visually striking and provide a clear example of die failure, which fascinates collectors and adds to the coin's story and value. Clipped planchet errors are another possibility. These occur when the metal strip from which planchets are cut is misaligned, resulting in blanks with missing sections. A clipped planchet penny will have a curved or straight section missing from its edge. The size and shape of the clip determine how valuable the coin is. Large or multiple clips are much rarer and more valuable than small ones. One of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of multiple errors appearing on a single coin. A 1981 Lincoln penny that combines a double die, a wrong planchet strike, and a mint mark error would be extraordinarily rare, possibly unique. When a coin is unique, traditional price guides become irrelevant. Its value is determined entirely by rarity, demand, condition, and the story it tells.